Hi, this is Chris Cox with Boulder Insight. Want to see something cool?
This is a quick demo to talk about Tableau Risk Review, which is a new product that does a permissions audit for your Tableau server or your Tableau cloud server to look at your risk policies compared to how you have everything set up. So let's jump right into it. I have here a list of the policies that we typically use, but these are actually configurable. So we want the asset permissions to always be locked. We want it also to be locked for any nested project folders. We want the all user group to never be used. And we also want no direct user permissions. We want to use groups only. Those are the four that we have that we want to check every day. But you may have different ones or ever how you want it, but that's totally able to set up. So how we do this, so I've got a bunch of folders. So if I was to go in here and try to check my whole permissions, I'd have to go into every project. So here I can see that my asset permissions are not locked. So they're actually custom. So that would be a fail. That'd be one. I'd also see that on my workbooks folder, the asset permissions are locked for the project, but they're not locked for the nested. So that's a problem. I see that on my data sources folder, I have the all user here, but it doesn't says none. So I'm probably okay. I'm actually not. So this is the other thing you have to check. When it comes to these type of permissions, I have to check through every one of these. Oh, there I see the all user has published rights to the data sources section, but nothing else, right? I could check them all and make sure, but so all these things, but I'd have to click through all these to be able to see what it is. And then no, I need to go back and fix that, okay? And then the last one is direct user permissions. So I have me as a direct user. I wouldn't want that. I'd want to have a group. Okay. So those are four things that I know are wrong. There could be some other ones, but let's just see what happens. So to set this up, this is something we have to do in the back end for right now, but you go into my account settings and then you create what's called a personal access token. You do have to be at least a site administrator to be able to do this, because we have to be able to crawl the permissions. So I'll go and revoke this token and start a new one. So you come down here to personal access token. You can name it anything you want. I'm gonna call it TRR, create token. I'm gonna copy the secret and I'm gonna go over here and actually I'm gonna set up a new one. So I'm gonna create a new account, TRR test. Great, okay. So in this one, I'm gonna paste in my secret that I just had. I know that I named my token TRR. I want it to run at midnight every day Eastern. This is going to be the crawl, so it's going to happen every night based on that. I need to grab the URL. So I'm done with this. Get rid of these. Copy this URL. Go over here, paste in, and then my service level agreement. I want it to be two days. So if it finds something, I want to fix it in 2 days. Otherwise, I want to really flag it. Okay, so I'm going to create that. So once I hit create, it's going to go and make sure that personal access token works for that site. I have access and everything's good. And once it finishes with that, actually, I'm going to go back here and show you something really quick. So on my Explorer, you notice my first project folder is called OXU1 project. Okay, so there's nothing else actually exists here. So what's going to happen is when this thing is ready to go, so I'm going to hit crawl now. So now what it's going to do is it's going to go through every project folder, every workbook, every data source, every flow, all the things, and check against our policies that I just showed you earlier. And it's going to check all those, and it's going to report back which ones that failed. And so we know we have 4 that failed. So because I have one of each, so it could be more, we'll see. So now it's done. And how it does this is it's going to write a new folder here for you. If I just hit refresh, we're going to see a big Tableau risk review pops up. Okay. So what this has done is it has gone out with your personal access token and created the three data sources. The source one is going to be for your audit, and this is going to keep track of any violation history that you had. The crosstab is something we're working on. This is going to give you an overarching view of all your permissions in one view. We don't have that one quite nailed down yet, but we're definitely working on it. So if you open up the workbook, you're going to have 2 different dashboards. First one's going to be your recent audit. So this is the last time it ran and tells you what happened. And as we expect, we got five fails. Okay, so now we look for all these things. So now I see like the 5 things that have failed, and it tells me what they all are. I can go in and say, hey, I want to go in and actually fix these things. So I can launch myself into here, and I know I've got a problem here. So I go to permissions. So this asset permissions is not locked. I know that's a policy that I have. And I want to make sure it's here as well. That's locked. We're all good. Okay. Projects, permissions. I know that the nested is not locked here. So I'm going to fix that. I think it was data sources is the next one. Yep, I got the all user. I'm just going to delete it, because anytime I see it, I know it's somewhere in there. If I don't want it, I need to have it gone. And then flows. So this should be delete rule. There we go. And the reason why that one showed up twice is that the all users on data sources was on the data source as well as just the view in general. So now those are all fixed. So if I go back and rerun Tableau Risk Review, it's going to recrawl everything. Now, typically this would happen on a schedule, like we're saying at like midnight, but I can go ahead and make it run again right now and just check and see. And once that's done, come back over here. We can go back to this, go back to the workbook, and we should see no errors now, because I should have fixed everything that was broken. So yeah, no risk found. So we checked 123 items. To check that every day would be a lot of work, and this is a pretty small site compared to some of the other ones. So, and then I didn't show you the history tab, but this keeps track of everything that is broken in the past. So I say, hey, I found 5 in the last 90 days. I've got 0 that are open, 5 that have been fixed, and they were all fixed in under two days, right? So this lets you have an ongoing audit of what has been right, what has been wrong, and we have that entire list. So that's pretty much it. That's how Tableau Risk Review works. Please let us know if you'd like to give it a try.